Alright, I'm guessing you're a little bored because it's about to be winter break and you're gonna have nothing to do. Unless you want to study the entire time, which is why would you study for like 24 hours a day? Because after winter break is exams, unfortunately. How sad. But yeah, you want something to fill up your time? Well, how about you watch K dramas? Yeah! Why don't you watch K dramas? Because what better idea is it than to fill up your time with watching new shows and or movies? Hello, I'm Jacinda, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about K-dramas, or more precisely, I'm going to give you 5 recommendations for K-dramas, and you might watch them, you might not. It's okay if you don't. Alright, let's get started. So, I'm going to be saying this off my laptop. Don't blame me if I'm looking away or anything, because I just love talking to you so much, I swear. My first recommendations, especially for beginners or just romance lovers in general, is Twinkling Watermelon. Okay, I know the name sounds a little bit off, sounds like a lip gloss, or just sounds a little weird, alright? Trust me, this is so good. It's one of my favorites in 2023. So, to give a little overview, Yul is a boy who is a coda, child of a deaf adult. So, he developed a love for music because when he was a kid, he was outside of a shop and he got mentored by this shop owner, which they played guitar, and the shop owner was his mentor when he grows up, right? So he is a model student and he does basically everything for his parents because they can't hear and he's the only child that can hear. He also has a brother, which can't hear either. But his dad later finds out that Yoongil joined a band, which he wasn't that happy about that. And they got into a big argument, alright? Very big. So then Yoongil runs away and then he goes to a store, like this music shop, right? Kind of like the old one he was at, but the thing is that that old music shop with the owner died and his daughter came back and he talked with the daughter. She's like 40 or something. Anyways, back to the main point. So he steps into this weird music shop, and it's just like a bunch of guitars, a bunch of instruments, all that, right? He meets a mysterious owner, and the owner is just like yapping and yapping, right? And Yoongyul is so confused. He's like, "What the fuck?" So that he steps out of the store, and he later finds out that he's in 1998. I'm gonna just stick with 1998. He meets the younger version of his dad, more precisely, 18-year-old version of his dad, which is now you see, the thing is that he didn't know that his dad wasn't deaf before. And he comes to find out that, well, no, his dad wasn't 18. He was 17, all right? He comes to find out that 17-year-old version of him, that was when he lost his hearing. Crazy, isn't it? So when his dad was 17, he lost his hearing, but he doesn't know exactly when his dad loses his hearing, and he doesn't know why. Doesn't know when, he doesn't know why. So he makes it his mission to make sure his dad doesn't go deaf again, and he makes it his mission to be able to sing with his dad. And he also is on a mission to get his dad and his mom together because they are such couple goals and they're so cute. Because, oh yeah, the music shop owner also sends a helper to him, which he'll find out who that is. My next recommendation, Sweet Home. Yes, that's the name, Sweet Home. So this show is more on the horror side, which is like if you don't like anything that's really gory, then don't watch this because it is not a good decision for you to watch. Hyun-soo, a high school kid, lost his entire family in a car accident. He's really sad about it. He's just like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm lonely. So he moves into an apartment complex called Green Homes, but there's a little bit of a secret to that. Thing is, there's monsters taking over people's bodies. To be more specific, the monster is infecting everybody, including him. Crazy. Will he be able to control that monster in him? And will he be able to survive in that apartment complex with the other residents? The whole like invasion, all of that, it's going around the entire world. They're trying to prevent it, all right? But most of the residents in the apartment complex are trapped in there because they can't go outside. There's monsters. But who knows who else will get infected in there. The genre is horror though, so if you don't like gore, all that, inappropriate stuff or anything like that, don't watch it. And I would say go on a marathon with it because season 1 is out, season 2 just came out, but season 3 is coming out like summer 2024. So my third recommendation is, so this one's fresh, all right? Like very fresh. It came out like a couple days ago. So it's going to take a while for all the episodes to come out. Just saying that right now. Don't say nothing to me. It's called Death's Game, which that's a pretty good title, don't you think? Alright, this dude, right? He's unemployed. His ex-girlfriend moved on with all his money to a Bitcoin scam. So, Choi Jae decides to end his life, but Death sees this as an insult, because why would you end your own life just because you have no money? So, Death decides to punish him with a game. In this game, he has to live 12 lives through, and he has to die every single time. Now, if he can make it through a life without dying, he lives that life out, like the entire time, right? So it gives him a little bit of hope. But if he goes through all 12 lives and doesn't survive any of them, then he goes to hell, which is, he doesn't want to go to hell. Makes sense, but it's alright. Then he learns he's very selfish, which is not the type of main character you like that much, right? He learns a lot of lessons in each life before he dies. We'll see how other people are affected by him. Alright, next one. I binged this one in a day. I'll be completely honest with you. It was very good. It's called Happiness, which is like, oh, shouldn't that be like a good romance show? No, it's not. It's okay though. So it's about this couple that lives in an apartment complex. Yes, another apartment complex. It's crazy, isn't it? But suddenly, a deadly virus breaks out. All right, and this is like right after COVID, right? It's 2020. So this is when COVID ended, sort of type thing. Everybody's turning into zombies, and the only choice that the residents have in the apartment is to stay trapped into the apartment. You see, that causes a lot of issues because it's not like the other show I recommended, because this one, there's different classes of people. So there's the rich, there's the poor, there's like middle class, all of that in the apartment, which is causes a lot of drama and causes a lot of unnecessary bullshit, honestly. But with limited resources, how are they all going to survive in that apartment? And you see, the government is trying to find a way to cure this virus. So, and they locked up the entire apartment complex because they think that there's a person who is immune to the virus, because this virus is kind of like rabies, it infects your brain. But there's some people that are immune, and those people that are immune will help with making a vaccine for the virus. So we'll see when that will happen, and we'll see how long it will take to cure the disease. And the genre is horror and a little bit more action because it is good. It is very good. My fifth and last recommendation is Business Proposal. I love this drama so much because, oh my gosh, this one feels like a classic, but it's not a classic because it came out in like 2020, 2021, around that time, right? So Shin Hadi had a crush on her childhood friend, right? But he has a girlfriend, so she got sad. So she met up with her friend Jin Young Song. Her friend asked Hadi to go on a blind date for her because she got set up with this rich CEO or whatever. She doesn't want to go on the blind date. So Hadi's mission is to get rejected on that date. She dresses up all different, looks like a completely different person, right? Completely different person. Come to find out, that blind date is Kang Tae-moo, which is the CEO of the company she's working for. And also, so after the date, he finds her interesting. And the thing is about Kang Tae-moo, CEO, is that his grandpa has been pushing him to get married. So he said the next date, which was the date with Hadi, I'm gonna marry that girl if she's interesting enough. And he was like, oh, she's very interesting. So he decides that he wants to marry her. And she's panicking. She's like, oh no, mission failed, mission failed. So when will Shin Hadi get recognized? And what will happen when she gets recognized by the CEO? And how long will this relationship last? The genre is romance. But if you really want a classic, go watch True Beauty. Classic of the classics, bro. I liked the ending though. Some people might not like the ending, but I did. So that is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that, and stay tuned in for any other videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.